All right, everybody, it's Mr. Walker here going over a video on how to find the markup and discount of a number. So what I want you guys to do is to make sure that you copy this stuff down in your notes, and we'll go ahead and get started. All right, so let's take a look at a question that you might see on your Big Ideas assignment. The price tag on the board shorts is $35. What is the sales price? So a couple of things that you should probably take a look at, and you notice that, all right, there's a 25% off. The original price tag says that the shorts are $35. And we're going to try to figure out what's the sales price. So how much money is it going to cost to buy these shorts? All right. So we have two options for solving this problem. First thing you could try to do is find the discount, the 25%, and then subtract that much money from the price tag of $35. So if you find 25%, then you could subtract it. Discounts mean that you're going to be reducing the price. Or another thing that you could do is find 75% of the price tag. Now, 75% is the entire amount minus the discount. So remember, the entire amount is 100%, and you're removing 25% of it. Okay, so there's a couple ways that we can solve this. I'm going to use the percent proportion, the percent equation, and the percent table to try and solve this. Let me just go ahead and erase some stuff off our board. All right, so let's take a look. Let's use the percent proportion first. So we don't know the part yet, but we do know the whole is $35. And then the percent off would be 25. And then the 100. All right, let's go ahead and try to figure this one out. What I would have to do is to get the A by itself would be to multiply both sides by 35. So it's times 35 over here. And then I have to do the same thing on this side. All right, and what that leaves me with on the left is A, the part that they're going to take off, is equal to, let's see, 25 times 35 will be in the numerator, 875, and the denominator is going to be 100. Now simplify that, we get 8.75 if you divide 875 by 100. So this is the amount that they're going to take off. So you can find that much money off by subtracting 35 minus $8.75. All right, we'll get to that answer in just a little bit. I'm going to look at the other parts over here. All right, so we have A, which is, we're going to use the percent equation. A is the part, B is the percent, W is the whole. So the A, remember, is what we're trying to find. The percent, we're going to write it out as a decimal. So 0.25, and then we're going to multiply that by the whole. Do a couple quick calculations, and I'm using the calculator, and I could see that this sale is going to be $8.75. So again, we just were able to get to the same exact answer. Using the table, percents go on one side, money or a number amount will go on the right. 100%, the entire amount, is always the original. And then the 25% is what we're trying to find, the part of the whole. All right, so I have to find the constant of proportionality, so I'll divide 35 by 100. That is 0.35. So if I go from the percent side over to the money side, I'm going to multiply by that amount. So 25 times 0.35 is $8.75. So all three ways get you the exact same answer. It's your whatever your preference is and how you like to solve the percent problems. Whichever way you think is easiest, that's what you can use. All right, let's move on to our next problem. We're looking for the original price. So the original price. Now the original is the whole. So just remember that the original price will always be the whole. And I got some information here saying that it's 40% off and now they're $33. So we can use the percent proportion, the percent equation, or the percent table. I'll show you how to do it all three. So the A is 33. That's the part that you're paying. The whole is the number we don't know yet. Now this is where it kind of gets tricky with the percent here. They're taking 40% off. Okay, that 40% does not equal the $33. They're not equal. The price that you're actually paying is 60%, 100% minus 40. That equals the $33. So don't get confused and just put the first percent that you see. They're talking about a percent off, so you're really going to have to pay 60%. All right, so let's go ahead on this question. I'm going to actually use the cross products. So multiply these two, and then multiply these two, and make them equal to each other. So I get 60W is equal to 3,300. And to figure out what the W is, I have to divide both sides by 60 because I want to get the W by itself. So using a calculator, taking 3,300 and dividing it by 60, I found out the original is $55. Now let's use the percent equation. A equals P times W. So we know the part, 33. We know the percent. We talked about that. That's 60%. Let me write that as a decimal though. And we're going to multiply that by the whole. Now to get the W by itself, you have to divide both sides by 0.6. So I'm going to take 33 and divide it by 0.60. I got 55. All right, let's look at the table. Percents, and then the money or the dollars, the number amount over here. The 100% is what we don't know. Remember, 100% will always equal the original price. And then we have the 60% equaling $33. All right, so to find the constant of proportionality on this one, I'm going to divide 33 by 60. And I get 0.55. So going from the percent side to the number side, I'm going to multiply by 0.55, and I get 55. All right, so I solved it 3 different ways using the percent proportion, the equation, and the table. Remember with this question, they kind of threw a curveball in there, meaning that they gave you the 40% and the $33. The 44% does not equal the $33. Okay, the 40% off will make $33. So I had to take 100% and subtract 40% to get to 60. That was equal to the $33. So that was important to know from the very beginning. All right, let's move on to our last problem. Minifood Bikes will mark up every item by 20%. They bought a bike from a manufacturer for $70. What will Minifood Bikes sell the bike for? All right, so let's just kind of pick out some important information before we begin. So marking up means that they're going to be adding to the cost, and they're marking it up by 20%. So they're increasing the amount by 20%. They bought the bike for $70. So this number right here, the original, is my whole. All right, what will Menifee Bikes sell the bike for? So we're trying to find out what are they going to sell for. It makes sense that they would mark it up just so they can stay in business. All right, so there's a couple ways that we can go about solving this problem. The first one would be to find the markup price. So find out what 20% is, and then add it to the original cost, 70. So if we find out that the markup 20% is equal to, I don't know, $7, I'm not sure yet, then we would add that to 70. The other way to do this is to find 120%, which is adding 120 of the price that they bought it for. Remember, the $70 is the whole amount. It's important to remember. All right, let's go ahead and move on. All right, so we can use the percent proportion, percent equation, or the percent table. For this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually think of this as 120%. I'm going to do this question a little bit differently. If you want to, you can find the 20% and then add it to your cost, but I'm going to kind of take that step out. So the part that we don't know is A. We know the whole, the original is always 100%. And then the percent that we're trying to find is 120. And 100 is always the same. So to get the A by itself, I got to multiply by 70 on both sides, times 70. And what that does is now I have just the A by itself, and 70 times 120 is 8,400. Over 100. So if I simplify that, we know that A will equal 84. So they're going to sell the bike for $84, which tells me that they went from 70 to 84. They added $14. So the 20% is equal to $14. But the question was, how much are they going to sell the bike for, not how much money are they going to mark it up. All right, let's go to this question. We don't know the part. The percent is 1.20, 120%, written as a decimal, times the whole, which is 70. If I multiply those two numbers, I get 84. Now, this was a pretty easy one to use the equation for, right? Now, let's say you were just trying to find the 20%. You're going to do A equals 0.20 that's 20% as a decimal, times 70, A would equal 14. So that's the markup. This is your markup cost. This is the 84 is the final cost. All right, and a table. Percent money or your number amount. Remember, 100% should always go next to the original or the whole. And then we're trying to find 120%. Find the constant of proportionality by dividing 70 by 100. It's 0.70. So now going from the percent side to the dollar side, I just multiply by 0.70 and I get 84. Okay, if you wanted to find 20%, the markup amount, you just multiply that by 20 times 0.7 and you should get 14. That's your markup. This is the final cost. This is the markup. And the 70 is the original. All right, guys. So after you guys are finished with your notes, what I want you need to do is to go ahead and start on your big ideas assignment. It's lesson 6.6, day 2. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to email me. Have a good rest of your day.